Hello friends, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm Sherry and my channel is Turquoise Dreaming. I do paper crafting and junk journaling and thrift hauls, so if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome. So yeah, just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified of my next videos. So this is also Tag Tuesday, so it's hashtag Tuesday where I'm the host and anyone's welcome to participate, where you just make a tag and post your video. Be sure to, if you want to participate in this collab, open collab, be sure to be subscribed and just comment below, let me know, and you are welcome to participate. Link my channel in your video description box also. So what I'm doing today is, in one of my recent craft room organization videos, I told you I was going to use up this cut out piece of scrapbook paper. It was cardstock from a scrapbook paper pad, and it was this cut out piece, and it was a 12 by 12 piece of paper with these cutouts. And so, I was kind of joking around like, yeah, I'm just going to glue it down onto something, and that was really what I intended to do, and that is what I did. But yeah, this is scrapbook paper under here, and so this was the color of it, and the scrapbook paper, the lighter color, and this is the color of the cutout, the dark brown. And see, on the back of this scrapbook paper, I had avocado dyed it, so I've got a pretty color on the back of these tags now. So I went ahead and cut out some tags from that paper. I've finished one so far, so I'll show you that one. But I'm just now, I could leave them like this. I think they're super pretty, or I can decorate them. This one I have a piece of vellum. It's like a vellum ticket that I glued on, and then I have sewn around it. So, and I added an eyelet and a crinkled piece of seam binding. It's like kind of off-white or cream-colored seam binding. So I think it turned out super cute. I was going to show you the paper pad that I took the paper from, and that is, let me show you. This is Paper Studio. This one is called Tattered and Torn. Right here, it says Tattered and Torn. This is from Hobby Lobby. I got it online when they were having, a few months ago, when they were having a sale, probably at least 3 or 4 months ago. They were having a 50% off sale, so I got a couple of these big 180 sheet, scrapbook paper pads. They are one-sided, and it's paper and not cardstock, right? So I've taken out this much right here, and all of this I have avocado dyed. I had some avocado dye that I had made and I used a little bit of it, and then I put the rest in my refrigerator, and I had like 5 jars in there, and when I wanted to do something to the back of these papers, I decided to start using that avocado dye, and I've actually now used it all up. And yeah, I had 5 jars in there, and I was like, wow, I have a lot of room in my refrigerator now. I just had them tucked in the back, but still, it just seems like, wow, my refrigerator's empty for some reason, because all those jars were gone, because they were like I think it was 2 or 3 of the regular balls, the glass ball jars. I have some of those, and I had put the avocado dye in there with the lid and put it in the fridge. But jars like that big. And then I had some mayonnaise jars, like empty mayonnaise jars that my husband actually had washed out, and he intended to take them out to his shed and use them, or his tool bench or whatever, to use them for something out there. And I kind of confiscated them and used them for my avocado dye before he could take them outside. So yeah, some mayonnaise jars. So you know how big those are, regular size, good size mayonnaise jars. So I had a lot of avocado dye in there. So so I have one tag done, and I've been pulling out bits and pieces to see what I want to do to the rest of these. So let's see, which one do I have most finished here? Maybe, let's see, these two. I'm going to make 2 matching ones with these 2 right here. So I pulled out some printables I had printed out, and I've had them here for a long time. that I've been trying to use up. So I pulled out a couple of those, and I'm going to put these, make these like twins, but they're going to be opposite. So this has antiquities on it, this little label. So I'm going to make one like this, and like, actually let me use this piece here. Actually, I might want to leave this piece because I love this flower right here. I might want to leave this one without any decoration. I just love that flower, and I love seeing that decoration on there. So some of these, here's another one with a flower on it. I think I might leave that one too. They're just so pretty. So anyway, let's go ahead and do these two. So I'm going to glue these little pieces down. And I had intended to decorate them all, but those are just so pretty. I want to leave some of these where I can see the cutouts and see the paper through the cutouts and all that. It's just really pretty just the way they are. So let's see how these turn out. We'll go from there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of that 12 by 12 piece of paper. And I actually had a scrap too, but I already put that away. So that I glued down there. This I'm going to glue down on this one on the opposite side. Trying to read what it says underneath. I forget these. I kind of almost hesitate to say where they're from, but I think they're from Daisy. So I always used to be on her design team. So I had these left from a design team project. Okay, so let's see. I got a couple pieces. I did find this a little difficult to glue down because I didn't want to smear glue all over my scrapbook paper. So I tried to turn it over, the cutout piece, and glue all between all the little pieces. So that was a little difficult because you got to get it down before the glue dries and all of that. So this I'm going to do halvesies on. So let's see. I think I'm going to do halvesies on, unless I'm doing this wrong. Let me see. If I do it, I want it like this. I want it like this. I don't know if that's going to work out, but I might have to get another one here. But let's do this one first, because this is the one I planned first. So I want it to... let me look around here. Yeah. I was moving things around, my little bits and pieces before the video, so I could be trying to figure out where I wanted things. So let's see. What I wanted to do is cut this in half and have it kind of going off the tag here. I think I'm going to distress this edge right here a little bit. Looks pretty straight. So in case you're new, I know, I sometimes assume that everybody's heard everything I said, but that's not the case if you're new, right? So just in case you're wondering, this is a little eyeshadow brush that I use for my distress ink because I just like to grab that little brush and go around. You saw what I did there. It's super quick, super easy. They're cheap. You can get them a whole bunch for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. At least I hope they still have them. But I have 1 or 2 packs of those that will probably last me forever, right? Because those little brushes, eyeshadow brushes, do take a long time to wear out. They do wear out, but they take months to wear out. And I always see people complaining about the daubers and how they disintegrate and little pieces, start like powder or whatever, start coming off. And they don't last very long. And I've never bought one. So I can't attest to that, but I've never bought one, probably kind of like for that reason. Okay, so I intended to put this over here, but I don't know if it's quite big enough. Let me see, because I want it to overlap. I would want it to overlap this a little bit, so I'm not sure. I might not use that, but I like this one. Let's go ahead and punch a hole. I am putting eyelets in here because this is, like I said, the back part is paper, even though this is cardstock. And I used paper on the back because I didn't want this to be too thick, but I also like the color of this paper. But because of that, it's a little like if you put something through there, it can be a little like you could possibly tear your paper when you're putting something through like this. like my crinkle seam binding. Let's try on this one. Let's don't put a eyelet in this one, an eyelet, and try this. I also got out some jute twine here, a little bit of. This is thin, not real thick, so this probably won't tear. I'm looking for my scissors here. My other scissors I like to cut like fabric and stuff with. These are sharper. So let's try this, see how this does on the combination of my little pieces here, because it's actually 2 layers for the tag and then the pieces on top, so kind of like 3 layers almost. So yeah, that's much easier than the seam binding, and I like both of them. You know, they both go with the tag, so you know, they're both cool. So there's 2 down. Now let me look for a piece. Well, while I look for a piece to go with that, let's go ahead and do this one, because I already have this one planned out. Here is another pretty piece, French words there on that one, and it has kind of a brown, like a dark brown and a light brown, as you can see, but it almost has it just goes with this, and this has almost like a light brown or almost like a purplish hue to it. So these 2, I had this with something else, but I thought it went so well with this, I'm going to put these 2 together. So let's glue this little piece down. And when I printed this kit, I printed it on this, this is resume paper, and I find resume paper at thrift stores all the time, not all the time, but sometimes. And this one was a real yellowish. Let me show you through the glue. Can you see how yellowish that is? And it just came out real, this is how it came out. This particular tag on this kind of yellowish. It's not the beige, the light beige. There's a light beige one that's kind of like you usually see, but this is a more yellowish one. So I really like this for, I remember I really liked that color for printing kind of vintagey digital kits. And I also recently found the blue resume, like a light blue resume paper. I thought that was pretty. I don't know if I've used it yet, but I have that one in my stash now. So yeah, I do like resume paper for, even if you're not printing a digital kit on it, you can use it as pages in your journal. So I'm layering these 2, and I think that looks really pretty, just those 2 pieces. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole. I think this one I'd like to put some seam binding in, because I think it would really go well with this, because it's kind of like a light color on this piece. So let's put a, where are my, I used a black eyelet in that other one, but let's see what else I have here. I have a few different colors in here. White, I don't think I want to use white. I kind of want to see what this kind of burgundy one looks like on this tag. That might look really pretty with that kind of purplish or whatever that color tag is. Yeah, it does look really nice with that. Okay. And then, so that goes in there. Let me get my crocodile. I'm just going to squish this together. See how we do here. That one I also put a reinforcement in on it, because I wanted to reinforce the hole before I put the eyelet in, but let's go ahead and just do the eyelet on this one. These eyelets are pretty strong, so I have to really squeeze my crocodile and use my muscles. Okay, yeah, we did it. Okay, we're good. Now, let's see. So this seam binding is fairly, I'm going to say it's fairly thick, because it's, you know, it's 2 layers of fabric, if you know what seam binding looks like. It's actually 2 layers of fabric. You know, it's 1 and then it's folded over. So it's just folded over once. So it's 2 layers of fabric. But I crinkled this. I think did I coffee dye this? I think I coffee dyed this too, but it didn't. It absorbed the coffee a little bit, but not a lot. So you don't really see too much of that coffee dye on here. So let's see the length of the other one. Let me see how I like that. I made it pretty long. I'm going to make this one a little shorter. Let's see how I get this one a little shorter. So about like, it's a little hard to measure because it's crinkled, so that makes it a little kind of, you know, you can't stretch it out. You got to allow for the crinkle. Allow for the crinkle. And then to get it through here, you really have to kind of flatten it out and then try to get it through the little eyelet. So I'm going to see if I can poke it through with my scissors here. I have my pokey tool over there too, but I don't know. Let's see how we do here. I don't want to push my eyelet out. Like I said, this is paper, so I have to be careful. I think I'm going to try something a little different on this one. Let me see, I'm flattening it out and undoing the layers. I have it open like one layer. Let's see if we can poke that through. Kind of make a little thing here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just going to pull it through without pulling out my eyelet. See, it's kind of thick. Okay, so then I'm going to get it even. So yeah, I just wanted to use this piece up, so I'm making these tags as part of my, it's really still part of my craft room reorganization because this was in my scraps, and I'm actually hadn't really gone through my scraps yet. That was like the last thing I did here in reorganizing my craft room. I realized I hadn't gone through my scraps. I was like, got through the whole thing. I was like, oh my goodness, I never went through my scraps. I need to do something with those, or try to. So that's where I found this. There, that looks pretty. I like it. Okay, another one down. Okay, see what else we got here. So I kind of put this together. I found this little flower piece that I apparently punched out of something. It's probably from a book. I'm trying to feel if it's more than one layer, or a piece of scrapbook paper. I'm not sure, but it's strong like cardstock. And this is from Daisy's kit. It has an Eiffel Tower on it. And I didn't want to cover up the Eiffel Tower or the flowers, so I kind of did that. And then I found this little flower, so I thought I'd put that down here. And I have all these pieces here from Your Creative Studio. Oh, I see something pink under there. Let's see what this is, because I need something else here. I think I need something else here, and this is pink. Let's see how this looks under here. I bet that'll look good. Okay, something like this. That has a postage stamp on it. Okay, this and this. Maybe, oh, I think I need to bring this down. No. Maybe I need to bring this up. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Okay, so that I'm going to do like that. So I'm going to glue those pieces down. I think that's nice. Unless I change my mind. I like the pink, but I think I want, let me see here. These are pieces are also from Your Creative Studio. Let me see if I can put another piece on here. So if I put that there, it's also postal. I feel like I have two pieces here. Nope, just one. Okay, so that's also postal. Like, it's like a paper. It's papery, not cardstock, and it looks like a piece of a postcard. So that, and then the pink piece, and then this, and then the flower. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it, I think. Okay, so something like that for that one. And oh, these two, I'm just going to add some, let me make sure they feel like they're all glued down. I kind of was doing that with the little pieces because I had to glue down all of these little pieces. And then I glued it down on the big 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, and then I cut it into tags. So then when I cut it into tags, I had to kind of like feel it and make sure all these little pieces stayed, were glued down, even though I tried to get glue all over it. I just wanted to make sure. So that one is nice and glued down, and this one is too. And these are the two I want to leave because I want to see the flowers. This flower and, all of these little flowers here are so pretty, I think. So I'm going to leave those two, and I think I'm going to add seam binding to these two also. I like that one with the bow hanging down. Let's see. Speaking of hanging down, there was a little I found this little tag when I was looking for things. So I think I'm going to add this as a little extra little piece like that. A tag on a tag. So let's get some seam binding here and we'll see if we can put those two together. I like that bow, like I just did. I think that was a perfect little touch. Not too big, not too small. So let's do this one. So yeah, you never know what you're going to find when you're cleaning up your craft room, do you? So yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun since I organized my scraps and just found some things that I wanted to use. So, well, I can see a little bit of the coffee dye on this piece. Okay, so let's see if I can get, I did not put an eyelet on this one, so let's see how this one does. I think it'll be alright because I'm not making that loop. When you make that loop, it's a little harder on your hole that you punch, and you're kind of pulling on it a little bit more, and it can rip if it's just paper, or even if it's cardstock if you're not careful. So, alright, so we've got that little extra tag hanging there, and I still get to see my flowers. This has a little button on it. I don't think I made this one. I think I got this in Happy Mail. It's really pretty. I remember who sent it to me. And if she's watching, thank you so much. It's gorgeous. I love it. It has a little brad right here in the corner too. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm trying to get my bow right. You know, I'm kind of fussy with my bows. I just like them to be pretty. That's all I want. I know this one's shorter, so I guess I'll cut this one. I didn't want to, but I think I will cut this one a little bit. There we go. Now that one's done. Cute, so I'll be able to add those to my stash. Okay, now let's do this one here. I love that though. Okay, oh wait, hold on. This one I don't have an extra piece for. So I'm just going to add, I can always add something later, but you know, I didn't find anything as I was pulling things out. I only found that one little tag in with my Your Creative Studio stuff. I think because it was came in Happy Mail, I put several things together in this one drawer here. In my craft room with Your Creative Studio, some leftover digital printed stuff and that I want to use up, and a couple of Happy Mail pieces. And I already pulled some of it out and I already put it back because I already went through it and I decided didn't want to use it. But then when I found this Your Creative Studio stuff, I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be perfect. So let's get these done. This is going to be a shorter bow, I think, but that's okay. I like them all to be different. Okay, and that'll leave me room to add something. A much shorter bow here. Okay, cute. You get a little bit tighter though. A little bit tighter. Yeah. Okay. There's my pretty flower. I don't know about this. I might have to redo this one as far as the bow goes, and I might look for another little tag too because I really like how this looks. I think that really adds something special to it, and even though I want to see this flower, see I can move this around and see my flower still. I just really like how that looks. So, but I like how that looks too. So we'll see. I'm gonna put it in my done pile for now though. Alright, so this one, let me make sure I like this. There's a piece of darker one here. Oh, that's the pink one. Yeah, I don't necessarily need dark because this is so dark, but I was trying pieces before, like auditioning pieces, and they were just too light. And I didn't pick them because they were so light. Let me turn this to the side. Let me see if I like that. Because the plain side is over here where I'm going to have this. And then I'll have this little flower up here in the middle, bringing it all together. What do you think? I think that would be good. Okay, let's go for it because my time is running. And the clock is running and time is running out. So let's do this, see how it comes out. So yeah, when I do these, you can craft along with me, and you can, if you have a video, if you have a YouTube channel, just feel free to join in any Tuesday. You don't have to participate every Tuesday. Use the hashtag in your title so that people can search. So yeah, if you're just trying to get tag ideas, just search the hashtag or click on the hashtag Tag Tuesday, and any videos, any and all videos should come up. And I've been doing this for over a year now. So I started it, I think I started it at the beginning of last year or the end of 2021. Oops, I was going to do it this way. And so there's lots of videos now out there from lots of people that have participated. So it's a great way to get tag ideas if you like making tags. Maybe you're learning how to make tags. So it's a great way to learn and get ideas. And if you're just, lost your mojo or need some tag ideas, it's a great way to get some inspiration. So why not check it out? Okay, so we put 4 pieces on here. This is the one we have the most pieces on, but I got to use up some of my goodies from my stash, so it's all good. Alright, so we put a lot on that one. Let's punch a little hole. And let me see. Let me look at that jute twine one again. Yeah, it looks so plain next to the to the seam binding. I think I'm liking the seam binding best. And I think I'm going to use another one of those kind of burgundy because of the stamp and the pink in this one. Let's get one of those burgundy. Would you believe I found this little bag of all these eyelets at a thrift store? I did. I couldn't believe it one day because I've never found, well, I have found eyelets before, but not that many. Only like a little few, like 5 or 10 or something. And then I found that one day and I was like, woohoo! Finally, I found some because I have bought some before too. I have bought some. I think I've bought 1 package before, but the rest of all that I have, I have bought some, yeah, I bought 2 different sizes actually. So I bought 2. I bought some quicklets, which are tinier, let me get that, that's, okay, tinier eyelets, and then I bought regular size eyelets. Okay, I think that's squished down nice. Okay, and that red little eyelet adds so much on there, doesn't it? It really does. Okay, now some seam binding. Let's see if we can do this kind of quick. Like I said, my time is running out. This will be the last one we can finish right now, but I'm going to finish these up so that this is done. Part of my craft room, another part of my craft room reorganization, where I said I would use up this piece in my organization video. And after this, I'm going to go start on those journals that I said I would make in my last one of my reorganization videos that I did recently. So I said I'm going to get these 4.5. It's like a little journal, a little one, and 3 regular kind of small book journals. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that bow. It's a perfect crinkled little bow, and it really makes this whole thing come together, doesn't it? I love that little with the bow. Yeah, this one I'm going to read. Here's the one we did. I love these. This one does this one have an eyelet? Yeah, this one has an eyelet too. It's under there. I can't, is it under there? Oh, it is under there. Yeah, let me see what it's doing. It's trying to come loose, I think. But, there we go. Okay, so, yeah, this one, there we go. And then this one, this is the one I already had done before the video, and I had left it long like that. This one with the little tag, extra tag here. And so cute. This one, I'm going to redo this bow. I like the longer pieces hanging down, and I might look for another tag to put on here and get this one all together. And I think I'm going to take this jute twine off of here. It just looks so plain. I mean, it's fine, but it just looks so plain. These look so pretty compared to this one. Looks so plain without, and maybe add an eyelet. And then I have 2 more to finish. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. doing these with me, and stay tuned for more videos from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. Happy crafting.